Welcome back to the StarLadder minor qualifiers. We're in to map 2 between Grayhound and Avant. And Avant have taken Greyhound's map pick of Nuke. Mirage is next, and this could be the end of the series right here. It's a well-known factor that this is not exactly a fantastic map for the boys over on Grayhound, but a little bit of a history lesson for you. The three-man core of these two teams have a rivalry that dates back to 2017. In fact, they faced off against each other on 3 maps, 2 of which were Mirage, and they were 16-11 and 16-9 to the Grayhound side. Now, I'm not sure how indicative that is of the modern day because it was about 2 years ago. There are many different elements that have changed and been removed. Again, their teammates are very different compared to what we have on the server today. But Grayhound will start things off on T side on their opponent's map pick, trying to see if they can take us to a third. Dick Stacy will start things off straight out of the Great Aggression, taking out the first 2 players. And Urkas takes Moku for the 5-on-3 retake. Bomb plant down to the default position. Grayhound instantly out of the gate dominate and take control of the map. They control the bomb site. And from here, Avant probably going to call in a save to hold on to the Kevlar at this stage. Like, probably a bit more important than just throwing it away to what should be a pretty futile retake. Not a single point of damage done to the entire T-side line. I guess that goes to show how serious these guys are at the moment, although Malta, still hunting around for frags, will get down Sniper in HD. And Sterling, against Sicko, taps on towards his head, will take him down, at least get a little something out for the Avant side, but first round will go on the board of GHG. Force Fire comes in from Avant, as they seem to have done every single round so far. Every single second round so far, I should say. Scout out, 3 Deagles, CZ in for Soju. Early utility coming out for the CT line. A awkward smoke, actually. I don't think that went down over on the connector position. No, it leaves a bit of a gap there. Hazer can actually work with that. Meanwhile, 2 kills coming for the CT Forces. Malta trying to trade right back. The Force Bite can work from these situations, and indeed is working right now for Avant. Sicko picking up that bomb as Malta covers him, gets the trade back to 3 versus 3. But damage has been done to the T side this time. Bomb plant. Not going to be taken by Sicko just yet, still facing around towards the CT spawn, and eventually we'll go for that plant down towards danger. This Deagle can again do some damage. Soju on a backstab already against the first 2. Takes out Malta. Nade on towards Sicko's position. Not going to take him down. Will land a little bit shallow. Hazer with an SMG picked up. Turns on towards the next man. And Urkas, the last player to fall. Sicko, last man standing. Flashes in. Mac 10 away. CZ bursting as firing on through towards the bomb plant position. The CZ will around that corner get the kill. But 10 seconds to the defuse. This will be pretty close. I think they might have enough time though. Yeah, they've got time. Hazer. AK picked up, Soju with 2 frags, staying alive in the round. The secondary AK to get the first on the board for Avant, so there you go. First 2 picks found towards connector and jungle. And from there, Grayhound just couldn't retake the man advantage. 3 versus 3, and that damage that was done to the T-side line left the trade so open for Avant, and of course, walk right through that door. AK's in, AUG's for 2. Of course, UMP for Soju, but Grayhound got that bomb plant in the last one. I think they want to go ahead and eco for a round and go for the buy-up in the round following this. $1,900 should be able to get them into buy positions. Of course, down to the underpass control. Hazer is overwhelmed by T-side players that are there. Sicko with the frag here for his side. Moku training back on him. Double nades in from Sterling. Takes out Sicko and Dick Stacy. And Urkas with the last man to fall. As I get my words together and actually do my job and speak. A Grayhound in with the 5 AK-47s. That's what the eco was all about, saving to get this money together. Molotov's nades in. Sprays out from Dexter, doing damage, but not quite taking out Sniper. Edge. The taps towards the headshot will be enough. 5 versus 4 situation. Grayhound in full control at this stage. Damage onto Dexter, but no trade potentials currently for Avant's side. Dexter's going to get forced his way through towards Connector. Secondary kill, third kill for him. Moku and Hazer not playing off each other in the flashbang. Good enough from Malta to support the Connector control. Dexter probably going to die here to Sterling. No flash support for him in the AK. Not lining up the headshot angle on the off position. Still a 3-for-1 trade though. Grayhound still maintaining full dominance over this round and probably going to get this bomb plant down pretty much uncontested by Avant for the retake. Yeah, AKAUG going to fall right back. Grayhound, slow, methodical start of round there. And slow connector control, slow mid control. Eventually when they strike, they explode onto the bomb site and take out everybody in their path. Dexter again with 3 kills towards that connector and mid position. With 2 on the board for Grayhound, evening up against Avant. Only a little bit of money kicking around for that CT side as well. I think the loss bonus has been exhausted, so... Now only a single round will go their way, which actually does add up to a force bite potential. Tactical timeout already coming in for the CT side. This is very curious. I don't see many of these tacticals this early in a map. I want here with the AUGs on 4 players. AK, of course, is OG. Very spread out default coming in from Grayhound once again. Out to the mid control from 2 players in underpass. The Apartments control this time focused on the T side line. Gone towards A a lot throughout the course of this map, but this may be the first B execute we see coming out for them. I mean, we've got Urka still with the smokes up. Trying to sell them on the idea that it will be an A site hit. Flashbang, smokes up and over. Nothing else coming in. Spray from Hazard takes out Malta, kicks things off for the Avant side. 35 seconds left for them as well. The defensive holding pretty strong, but only on the A bomb site. They've vacated the B site entirely. The bomb plant will go down. Avant will be in retake mode. Dexter still holding back a sniper there. Hazard's just ready for it. He still loses out the fight. Quick spray to the headshot. Second trade will not come through. We'll get a little bit of damage on Moku, but in the end, it's a 4 versus 3 as Avant continue with the trades. Time is ticking. Avant do need to make their way to the bomb site eventually. They've got flashbangs that are ready, but very little utility other than that. And in the end, they're actually going to opt to save in this case. 4 versus 3, and Avant are going to throw it away again because they took too much time on the retake. Second time we're seeing that over the course of the day so far. Third on the board for Grayhound as they take the lead away from Avant. Should be reinvestment coming in for the CTs as well. Orgs in, AK, Deagle up for Hazard. Play going eco for the Avant side, but then again, I guess you could say they're all going eco because they didn't invest a single thing. It's all safe rifles in the last round. Malta kicks things off, taking out Sterling. Molotov will force the players out of their short setup. Sniper will still make his way in towards the short position and actually take out Malta for his trouble. P250 in for Sicko. The AWP couldn't quite turn on for the frag in time. Dexter will be down to 3 HP as a result of this stall for time. Moku actually turns on towards Dick Stacy, dropping that bomb. Urcast trades it once again and nades in against the CT line. Can't quite take Hazard out. On the bomb site, creeping in towards danger box. I think Urcast saw that. Either way, the AWP will be here to support it. Soju goes down on short, and Urcast gets his double. Fortunately for Avant, the rebuy can come through due to the fact that they saved so much money in the round prior to this. Full scope set up for the CT side, including that AWP of Sterling. That was playing out over to the apartments area. Trying to catch off the first frag on Dick Stacy. Meanwhile, facing towards the mid position, tries to catch off the kill for the T side over in Connector. It's Hazard and Moku there for the defensive, and Moku is mostly focusing on the Palace position, but available for a trade if Hazard goes down at any point. Same could also swing out as well from Sniper as he pushes quite aggressive towards this short position and try and find an angle to work with towards underpass, but nothing will be going his way. Nothing going to be spotted. Grayhound not giving up any information to Avant. Bomb will get picked up, Malta. Wrapping back around to the A-bomb site. Control established by Urcast for the moment. Hazard strikes first. Dexter pushing through the smoke and getting sprayed down. Not ready for the CTs to be that close to the line. And now Hazard looks on towards Palace, but only one player will try and make his way out from, at least for the moment. He's trying to bring attention back towards mid. And now the utility coming in from Grayhound starting to show their face, and Hazard knows that it's going to be an A-site hit. 2 kills. He locked on the defensive on for the triple, not quite against Malta. Smokes down, and Dick Stacy gets a secondary frag, loses a lot of his HP. Both of the faces losing HP on the T side, and Soju can strike as a result. 1 trade back for the first kill of him in this round. Smokes in to try and buy himself a little bit more cover as Sicko gets out Sterling with the AWP. Turns up for the second, a sniper, and it's all left to Soju. Coming in from Connector on this retake, a 1 versus 2 for the AUG, and Sicko's so ready for the cross, so ready for the angle. Peeking and timing's great, but the flick's better. Triple for Sicko. And a 5th for Grayhound. Four in a row. Avant on 4 rounds lost bonus cannot justify the buy in this next round. The Eagles will be up. P250 on 2 and a C's for Soju. Grayhound look towards that B bomb site once again. Stack in from Avant. 2 players to the underpass position, or is it just 1? Well, certainly 2. 2 for 1 trade. And Sniper looks in for the second man, dropping that bomb, but 3 versus 3 situation, almost 2 to the man advantage of the CT side. But kill comes in from Dick Stacy, 18 points of health. Sicko, P250 out, turns on towards Hazard, leaving Moku alone on the backstab in the apartments. bomb plant. And no retake potential for this man, no defuse kit. We'll just grab one of these rifles dropped in towards the underpass area and probably save it. Seems like the most viable option for him at this stage. AWP from Seko does spot and will call it out to his teammates. Will they go hunting though? They can sort of justify it. A bit of a lopsided economy, but Urkas will wrap all the way back towards T-spawn. Certainly ready to take Moku down here in those footsteps around the corner. The AK goes falling. And Dick Stacey grabs the other one, dropped over in underpass. So double up setup out for Avant. Max loss bonus. They need to try and change something now because Grayhound are starting to run away with this map. AWP in for Sterling. First face up against it, and he does take out Malta to kick off the round. Back in for the second. Small gap at the right-hand side of that smoke, but Dexter's not willing to face it. Dick Stacey with his AK-47. Eventually, Dexter will go down to Hazard. Sniper in HD gets Dick down. 5-on-2 situation, no real chance for Grayhound to get into the B bomb site. Urcast leave that bomb back over in the apartments. Sicko will try and establish some sort of mid-contact, potentially a flank position, but in the end this is probably going to be Avant clearing up the 1v1s. Urcast will try work in. See the shadows to the left-hand side and spray through, just about get Soju down, but lose so much health for his trouble. Any thin chance they had in this round is going to be all going away for Grayhound. 45 seconds, Sicko working in to the A bomb site with the AWP. Hazard. Oh, gonna not try back on Moku, the utility coming in, and he did not even see the play out towards the A bomb site. Urkas will pick back up the bomb, 30 seconds left. And they're going to commit towards that B bomb site. Two players here on B to defend against it. They hear the footsteps of Sicko. How much can he get done? On short, taps burst on through, but the AUG takes the frag, and it's all left to Urcast. 20 seconds on the clock. AWP misses its first shot, but Urcast making his way down to the bomb site. Probably going to clean up this one frag, get traded back immediately by the CT's forces, never mind. Crossing it to Sterling. Second AWP has the cross. Third on the board. Grayhound once again play out to the apartments in the initial part of this round. Sicko and Dick Stacey, the two players up to face up the AWP. The AK-47, Sicko tightest of angles to try and hold. And if he spots even the smallest of pixels, he's got to be ready to fire away. Won't be faced in by Soju. Just maintains control. The T set themselves up for what looks to be the set smokes and flashes into the A bomb site. Indeed, here they come. Full-blown execution for Grayhound. 50 seconds to the 0. Moku will strike first, taking the man towards Palestine as they're coming in towards ramp. Good flashbang to support it as Hazer keeps him in a decent position. Sicko will trade 4 versus 3. Now 2 as the blind spray from Dexter does keep the man advantage at a single man. Bomb should get picked up, should get planted, but the retake from Avant still looks pretty good. The double ops might be a hindrance, but the AUG at the helm for Soju. Pick up the pieces still. One player facing arrested towards CT. That's Sicko with an AK. Tapped up by Sterling and Dexter left alone. Not going to happen against Sniper in HD. 2 quick AWP picks. I said the AWPs would be a hindrance. I was completely wrong. Ignore everything I say. As 4 will be on the board for Avant. Starting to equalize against Grayhound. A timeout will be called by Grayhound. They kind of need it at this stage. Confident starting this map up. Now Avant are starting to catch up. No loss bonus for Grayhound to work with either. Consider the half buy, and they will go for it. AK on Urka as they buy down to about $2,000 or so. But Tech9's in on 3, CZ in for Dexter. Head Kevlar on a couple of different players, which will do a little bit of a little something against the CT side, but in the grand scale of things, it probably should end up being a 5th for Avant as they try and equalise once again against Grayhound. Nice gap and a smoke for Sniper to work with. One player spotted and one player dead. That's the AK as well. Quick scoping his way through. Dexter will pick back up the rifle for the T-side line. Grayhound going to form up to the B-side split. 3 in from Apps. AK in from short. Dick Stacey spots the first man on the cross. Spots the next man out to the right-hand side as they make their way through. Sterling tapped up here by Dick Stacey. Second player to his left-hand side. AWP shot misses. And suddenly the T-side have control. 3 versus 2 as Dexter turns his AK on towards 1. Dick Stacey traded back for the 2 versus 2. And Moku spots out Dexter, takes his head off his shoulders. Malta now left to get the bomb down. Tech9 on himself. And no rifles to work with. We'll go for the short plant. Back to the left-hand side. And Moku will mow him down. For a moment, it looked like it might have just been an overwhelming for Grayhound. But Avant, they got control. They got the rifles. Finally, overly aggressive Grayhound players as well. If they didn't go so aggressive towards market, if Dick Stacey didn't continue pushing, if he just fell back to bench, then maybe they would have held a pretty decent defensive with a bomb plant. But not to the... Not even a bomb plant game by Grayhound as a result of that. 6-5, limited utility for the rebuy, and all 4 players going into the default A setup. Molotov on Sicko will do a lot of damage, and Moku's certainly going to hear that. And Grayhound make their way in. Moku here on the ninja spot. Sicko taking out Hazza. Moku spots one flanker and Sterling with a secondary orb kill, turns the man advantage back to the CT side. Cat waits patiently, looks to default, takes the man down. Molotov against him, will force him back. He still looks on towards connected jungle, looking for Sniper. Taps on tap, but can't get the headshot. Will just get the damage and force him off angle. Bomb plant yet to come through for Grayhound, but they got plenty of time for this. Avant just being covered off by smokes. Smokes come back in over to the CT spawn. Flashes in the try, buy their way back out of the map itself. As Grayhound rotate over to the B-bomb site. None from Avant will know this either. Only be called out by Sniper though. AUG in play, out to underpass. Hearing those players coming in, we'll hear a lot of those footsteps. Rotations will come in from Soju a little bit late to the marker, but Sniper, what can you do from this one? Facing in against 1, will be forced to fall back. Try and rejoin his CT teammates on the retake. Malta fakes the farm once. Sicko spots the head back behind bench, takes the frag back for the T side. 3v2 scenario. Make it 1 as Malta gets a nice one-tap on the Sniper, and now it's all left to Sterling. AWP, 1 versus 3, spots the first man on the shoulder bait. Now giving up his position, they know exactly where he is. Grayhound going to hear that. And they will leave it all to him, to his own devices to save. Sicko not going to push through market. And Grayhound would obtain 7 on the T-side half. And Malta still wants this frag in the end. Pressuring Sterling, pushing on towards his position. AWP shot will ring up back behind the danger box, and Malta will eventually get the spray down for him. Grab that AWP most likely as well, yep. Get it immediately out to Sicko to see what he can do. He has been pretty sicko in the past with this weapon so far across the bracket. We've seen some pretty insane plays and insane numbers put up by Sicko. And Avant are down to eco for round 13. They get a buy up in round 14. Or a decent line in round 15, maybe. Probably not a full buy in that one, though. Molotov's in, the team side make their way out. Soju does get the deagle down. The first man, not quite the second. Molotov will be able to trade it. A little bit of Molotov damage done towards Molotov, but in the end, it's nothing of any significance. AWP in particular, the backstab deals with Sniper. Bomb plant will be down open for Short, not in time for Hazard to face. Even though the USP probably wouldn't have gotten the kill anyway. Moku sees it on the backstab. They can keep them moving away from this position, then maybe we might be seeing a decent couple kills coming in from that CZ. But one player, two players going to face out to this angle. Flash in, Malta giving up his angle, Moku takes the frag, and possibly the AK with it as well. Hazard will be dealt with, Sterling here for the crossfire in the apartments position, and they are going to be able to get another frag back for it. 2 versus 2, they've done a serious amount of damage to the T-sub. They get that AWP out as well? No. He turns on for the frag, gets the triple. The Grayhound will get away with the round, but in the end it's Avant with a lot. Damage being done. Grayhound, if they lose this next round, could be in with a very, very awkward buy for the last one of the half. 2 players down to the hundreds of dollars in their economy line. Avant, single AWP for AUG setup. Full scopes out for the CTs. Smokes up, Molotov's in, flashbangs over. It's Hazard. Ticket booth going to look in with the smokes up, look on to the mid push. Dick Stacy. We're going to pick up that bomb, try and rotate in with the GHD side. Bit of a quiet game so far for him, only 6 kills on the board, when over on Nuke he was pulling also off all sorts of 1v3s and 1v4s. A Grayhound once again going to go for the A default setup. Avant have done a pretty good job of dealing with this, however, so they've got a good read on what they're going to do. Smokes up, AWP first face, flashbang. Good, but better time from Sterling to take Sicko to begin off the round. Malta, AWP trying to frag right back, but he's not going to get any pop shots off, switches out to the AK instead. And Moku's still here towards Sandwich. He'll take out Urquhart. Back in with a second. It's Hazard there to control. Dick Stacy with only 1 trade back as the CTs continue the man advantage. At through men. 3 men for a moment as Dexter does get a trade back, but the bomb is under full CT control in towards A ramp. 30 seconds left for him to work with. In a 1 versus 4, he'll get the first frag, but I don't think he'll get any more than that. Indeed, he's spotted out by the AUG. Spray in for Moku. Second phase will be the triple kill for him. And the AWP will get recovered for Avant in the next round. 6-8. And although Grayhound will have the half advantage by the turn of the half, they will have it at close. Avant. Again, I'm going to force the issue from Grayhound. The damage being done in that eco, leaving only so much to work with. 2 AKs, but 2 pistols and a Galil. Very weak in compared to what Avant have to work with here. 2 AWPs, 2 AUGs, 1 for Mars, which is weakened, but that's not the problem. T try and flash their way into the mid position. Great bouncing nade from Sterling. Damage done to Dexter. 58 points of health without even facing a single CT. Galil for Malta kicks things off. Soju down. Next player up is Sniper, and he gets taken out by the Tech 9 Dick Stacy. Hazard catches one towards the mid position. They get the trades going for the CT forces, but now there's rifles to spare for the Grayhound side. They will lose Dexter for that 1 AK, but the Galil trades it back, and now it's a 2 versus 4 in the post plant favor of Grayhound. Avant, hell of a task to get this next round together, else we look at a 9-6 half favor of Grayhound. AUG for Moku, spotted out by the AWP Dick Stacy, leaving it all to Sterling. Last man standing. AWP facing A lot of work to be done. Oh, he does read the angle. Look for the second man of Sicko. But now distracted by the main window, and Sicko swings out to get the one deagle shot he needs to finish off the half. 9-6 favor, of course, to Grayhound. An early start that led them the lead. But it was a bit of a comeback coming through from the boys over in Avant. 3 rounds in a row from rounds 9 through 11. Now we switch over to Grayhound CT half. Is this where they can strike? Or is this where Avant are favoured in? Certainly has been a very close contest, but a lot of those rounds were pretty close on the likes of the Grayhound squad. Again, damage being done by the ecos and rifles of Avant. Teams are their way up into the apt position. Here we go. Sterling, Soju, and Hazard leading the charge, taking out Malta to kick things off on the pistol. Urcast back here towards Bench, missing both his shots. Bench turns on for that one kill, but looking for the second man, it's not going to find it. Soju trades back, Hazard on the bomb site, deals with Dick Stacey. It's a 4 versus 2 situation with Dexter and Sicko. Last 2 players standing for Grayhound Gaming. Hazard faces, gets the headshot on Dexter, looks for Sicko, and gets the triple kill. Hazard with a fantastic entry in defensive for Avant, and a great round in general for the man. 7 on the board for Avant, and a very crucial pistol going in their favour, as they can have a chance to equalise against Grayhound if they want to opt for the force buy, and it looks like they will. Deagles, 5.7s, Kevlar helmets coming out for a couple players. Sicko, the only man not to invest, he may be looking for the AWP. But even then, the loss bonus probably won't apply to it in the... well, actually, it might do, because it will be eco in the next round if Grayhound lose. The side facing on their defaults. Grayhound hold their 2-1-2 line. Avant favouring the B site here. 2 players on short. Can they get the work done? Flashbangs in for Hazard. Spotting them both. Get 1 kill for Dick Stacey, but that's as far as he goes. So, B's open for business. Moki gets another kill quickly to the 5, or 4 versus 2, excuse me. 1 kill did come through from Dick Stacey. I can't keep forgetting that. But Dexter and Urcast, last 2 players standing for Grayhound, and again, they probably should concede this one to Avant. 8 will be on the board for the T's. Can Grayhound strike back and start taking control? Should be eco out for Grayhound for this next one. Force investment. Only the 2 players here with the Kevlar. The upgraded pistols will be in play with any sort of decent standing for Grayhound. AK's in on 3. Galil for Soju. And the MAC-10 for Sniper in HD. 2 smokes and a flash would be about all they have to work with for Grayhound in terms of utility. Avant, there were their full sets. Out to the mid-face once again. Hazer. In the charge towards mid. AK in his hands. Sniper going towards the CT spawn. Dexter with the Deagle out. Gets the first frag. Lonely lurker out here. Stack comes in over to the B-bomb site. 4 on 4. One kill comes back for Sicko and Co. So, man advantage gained by Grayhound and a MAC-10 to work with. If that AK dropped into a much more favourable CT position, then maybe they might be able to pick that up and do some really good work with it. Flashbangs in, Moku's going to evade it. Lark's spray on 2. 3 players just about connected. Sterling and Hans have come up with the last couple of frags. So we go evens here. Avant, final eco against Grayhound. The investment will come in for the CT side. The AWP, well and truly available for Sicko, including a full set of utility to bolster it down for him. 4 full sets of utility in total. Only Dick Stacey limited by a factor of 1 in terms of the smokes, flash, and HE. No Molotov for him. Bit of a shame, but not too much of an issue, I don't think, for Grayhound. This is their first bite. This is their first chance in against the Avant side. Molotovs from Sniper. Go out towards connector. Grayhound aren't going to aggress further than this. They're just going to fall back into the A bomb site. Teams are going to set themselves up for what looks to be the initial A execute, or at least a split execute with the players in towards the mid position. Of course, they put the utility out early. Try and set them on the fact that it would be an A hit. It looks like a fake is actually coming through. It's Avant. Molotovs in towards mid, rush out towards the short position, leaving it all left to Dick Stacey. Alone and afraid. Backup will arrive here, but he's completely siphoned off from it as Malta gets taken out. Dick Stacey comes up with a kill. Molotov trying to force him out of position, still peeks in and gets a secondary frag, but Soju there with the trades, not looking to the apartments area. 3 versus 3. Bomb plant open for sure. And all 3 CTs coming in from market. Gonna have to try and force the issue out here. Soju spotted, but the AWP doesn't take the shot. Watching the cross again, hesitant to the trigger. Flashbangs in from Urkas, it bounces inside the market, but still gets the kill on the first and the second. Sequence for the third, not going to be required as Sicko gets the AWP shot instead. Very well played retake there from Grayhound. Though Avant will sneak in the bomb plant. They will not get away with a 10th. That corner goes to the CT side as Grayhound hold on to their lead that they established at the end of the first half. Sicko, AWP and out towards the underpass position. Not looking towards middle. Let's walk through the fire and the flames and get back out over to the bomb site. Taking a lot of damage for his trouble though. AWP is not too much of a worry. Meanwhile, the hit comes through as Sterling strikes first on Sicko. Takes it out towards mid. Urkas still here towards the stairs. Gets one with Dexter to follow-up frag. 4-on-3 situation. Trying to force him back out of position. He holds his nerve here on the bomb site. Out towards the firebox. Boosting up as well. Gets Soju on the spray. Dropping that bomb. And Grayhound have control. Sterling and Moku. Isolate a couple of frags back, but Moku taking a lot of damage to Dick Stacey as he will go falling, but not going to face on the second player successfully. Malta killed back, and Sterling, AWP in his hands, 1 versus 3. Out towards Tetris is where this bomb's been dropped. Dexter on the bomb site will face in, take the spray through, spot the man. Malta now with a rotation. Coming through in rear, take the frag back, but Dexter over on dark, repositions himself. Faces, sprays, dinks, and eventually gets that kill. 3 kills for him on the A side defensive, looking very, very good from Grayhound. They have won down the economy of Avant here. 1-on-1's built up for the last few rounds. They're going to eco for this one. A full eco would be the best play, I think. A couple of upgrades to maybe buy down to about 2 grand, but Soju shouldn't invest. Hazard shouldn't invest. Moku's already invested into the Deagle up, but everybody else will not invest. They'll opt against the upgrade pistols. Just Moku here with the Deagle. What damage can he do? Oh, secondary Deagle coming in from Sniper, so I eat my words. Quick play out from Moku. Catches the first play. That's a really good shot. Falls right back out of Palace. Man advantage gained by the T-side line. Zavin. Do get returned back by Grayhound. Urkast. He's back to 4 versus 4, taking revenge for his fallen brother. T side players out to the mid position, 2 towards underpass, boosting up over to the sniper's nest. T stack up to go towards connector, trying to force one player off position, but damage not coming through for the pistols. 30 seconds, and the T's will go towards the underpass, trying to wrap back into the B bomb site. Running out of time for this one, and Dick Stacey, alongside Malt, will be the main 2 players there. One player spotted towards short, Urcast will call it out. And Dick Stacey with the AUG. Spotting Sniper, spotting Soju, sprays on the first and the second. Nice easy lockdown. And okay, first Eagle shot kind of shocked the system of GHG, but they do maintain control, hold their nerve, and hold another round above Avant. 12 on the board for Grayhound. 3 between them and their opponents. Here to try fast hit in towards the B bomb site, at least for 2 players. Malta takes down Hazard. Starts things off with a strike back with an opening kill, but nothing more than that shown by the Avant side. Mid control being established for the bomb planter, plus 1 more. 1 player on ramp, that's Sterling with the AWP. Time is a ticking. Grayhound again with a man advantage. He's finally decided to go towards the A bomb site. Sicko will turn towards Moku. Dexter trades back as Urcast goes falling. 4 versus 2. Sterling desperately trying to isolate 1 player, where Dexter flick does not connect, and the bomb will be dropped. Face back in from Sicko. Doubles up for the double kill, and Grayhound have 13 above Avant. A technical timeout coming through. For whom I'm not sure, I don't think it matters. Ooh, I can see what that is. There's a very good reason to call a technical pause right there. But it looks like they're going to continue with 132 ping. Like a tactical timeout instead. Which also makes sense for Avant at the moment. Down by 4 rounds, Grayhound within only 3 of taking us to a 3rd map. And taking us to Inferno, which has been another case where it's like, okay, this is actually a pretty dominant affair for the Grayhound side. If we go to Inferno, I have 0 doubts that they'll be able to win it above the likes of their opponents. The sheer success that they've had around the globe with this map. But now it's an eco from the T side. CZs, Teagles, P250s, and a straight rush coming into the A bomb site. Dexter will get the opener, but it's traded back by Sterling, and Sicko comes up with an AWP kill of his own right. 4 versus 3, 3 versus 3 is the AUG picked up by Sterling, doubles up, and Malta up with a kill and bolsters down on CT stairs. Soju and Sterling. Different positions, they make their way in and out. Malta checks. Smokes in. Sterling and Soju still yet to get any sort of control of the bomb site. I mean, they think they baited in the rotation here. GHG going towards the B bomb site, but Sterling's been spotted now. Malta will just call it back in. And that might be a secondary bait there for the Avant side. Bomb making his way towards that B bomb site, backed up by another of Sterling. The only man that knows anything about it looks to be Dick Stacey going in to underpass, back on the backstab, hearing those footsteps. Bomb plant not secured just yet. Low HP for Soju. The Molotov doesn't extend far enough, but it will be enough to deny that bomb plant for a couple of seconds. Malta facing, sprays on through, and Soju last man standing, falls to the hands of Sicko. 14-9. Grayhound. Within touching distance of that third map, within touching distance of survival again. A very important one for these two squads, because winner goes to the minor. Grayhound don't want to lose out on that chance just yet. Quick facing towards the mid position for Urcast. Gets 3. And Dexter sprays on towards Moku, trying to take it a 4th kill for the CT side. No trace back from the Cs. And Soju comes up with a kill for his own right, but how much more can he get done? Dexter now knows his positioning. Fall back, allow the CTs to aggress. You can see that Dick Stacey's going uber aggressive towards the apartment's face, and maybe the only man here that can deal with the B site here. Rotation's coming in towards mid as well as the CTs get ready for all bases and Soju. Still 55 seconds left for the lone T side player to try to get a bomb plant down, to try to do something here for the Avant side. Sprays in for Sicko, and eventually Malta will come back with the frag. Map point for Grayhound. A forced investment from Avant to try and take control, to try and keep control in this map. Sicko mid face out to the short position, so ready for Soju. Gap the end of the smoke, flashbang in, will force man of position, doesn't get the flick though. T's will aggress. T falls back. Meanwhile, apartment's face from Moku, not going to go as well as he would have wanted it to. The Molotovs in will clear. Dick Stacey, you know, re-smoke down, make sure he cannot get any sort of control. To control gained by Soju. 2 players here on the defensive. Urcast and Dexter on towards underpass. Flashes over, Hazza ready for the first man. Urcast ready for the re-execution. The smoke does go down. Bomb not going to get planted. Urcast strikes at the perfect moment. 4 versus 4. Rotations are incoming. He's just going to hold on for all he can. Sniper spraying through. Eventually gets that kill, but Sicko's rotated off the position with the AWP. Now holds dominion over Authority. Kill coming in with Dick Stacey on short. 3 versus 3 scenario. And further bursts come out. They will be able to deal with him. With Malta making his way up. AUG spray. Taps towards Soju's position. Looks for Sniper also through the box, but can't get a kill. Sicko with the AWP holding back, trying to catch someone off at the Tetra position. And Malta's trying to do the heavy lifting, but at 45 points of health, I doubt that he can do much more. Smokes up, face around the corner. Sniper so close to the CT line. Sterling takes out Malta, leaving it all to Sicko. Last man in 1 versus 3, and he is going to fall back and save as Avant do the damage, do the work, and get to double digits before Grayhound can take it away from him. Sicko, AWP, first face, first tag, not the kill against Hazard though. Urcast backed up, Org in, watching close, Urcast. Smokes in against him, he holds his control, but Sniper boosted into Sniper's nest. What can he get done from here? What can he insert into the CT line that will destabilize them? If he can do anything from here. Smokes up will try and catch off the CTs, or the T-side players towards mid-position. Malta doesn't want to rest too far forward out of this short control. Cast, not seeing anyone towards lower or upper Sniper's nest. Hazard. Body block on Urcast will give up the position, but he still gets the kill on the low HP player. Strike first, smoking out on the bomb site there for the quick wraparound and trade, but Urcast staying alive at 20 points of health. No HE nades to put down on towards Connector to take him out, and now Dexter has the info he needs alongside Sicko. Malta going to get traded back on the Sniper's nest, and the AWP's got to be ready about this. Moku spotted, headshot angle not quite taken out. It's left for the AWP to trade it. 1 versus 3 again for the Lone Ranger of Grayhound. Wallbangs just not landing on Sicko. Soju, excuse me. T-side insert themselves, block off the rotations coming in over from the B-bomb site. And leave everything else to the hands of fate. A flick from Sicko, not happening. AUG trying to get this kill on the way back out, but it's just not coming through for him. Last player over to the murder hole, stacked up ready for a kill. Sicko will just grab that AWP as the kill comes back in for Sniper. Take no prisoners for the Avant side. Eco for Grayhound. Avant going to rush straight in. Actually, the CZ57 going to get themselves 2 picks, but Hazard does control just about maintaining pressure. So that looks scary for a couple seconds there for Avant. Grayhound, 2-man advantage. Now the 1-man advantage for their opponents. Sicko and Dick Stacey both coming in from CT stairs. CZ on 1, USP on the other. Damage done to Hazard, so that's something going for it, but... Round in the corner, Sniper open at bomb site. Sicko also going to fall. 3 kills for Hazard. Grayhound still on map point, still looking to go the distance against the Avant side. They're going to take a time out for the T's, which again, quite surprising. Would have thought that would be Grayhound taking the time out at this stage because they have started hitting brick walls. But they have a bye for this round. They only need to win this round, and they will be the victors of Mirage. Making up for their unsuccessful venture on Nuke. They got their opponent's map pick rather than their own. And again, staying alive in this series and in the upper bracket. Here comes Avant, fast hit out towards the apartments. Two players, excuse me, going straight in. Two more going to join them out towards the underpass position and try and harass the CT side, get towards mid. It's all a ruse. It's not quite an execution. Bomb not committing just yet. Raising from Dick Stacy. Damage traded back and forth. And Urquhart takes out Moku. 5 versus 4 scenario. Grayhound just 4 more kills away from winning out the map. With all 4 players setting up for the A site here. Flashes in from Sniper, and here we go. 1 player close on towards Dark, and he's going to play extremely carefully for this one. Dexter, 2 players lined up, but only gets the 1 kill. 3 versus 3. Rotations coming in thick and fast. The Molotovs will keep Dick Stacy at bay, and Malta will be able to get the trade, but Spot 2 only take down 1. Malta there with a quick trade back, though. Does get 1 on the way out. Dick Stacy moving forward. 2 players to find Sterling on Tetris. Sniper back up in front of the ramp position. Smoke up, facing in. Sicko AWP cannot connect to the first man and can't spot the second. No defuse kit either, and it will be Sniper to get yet another. Avant continuing to come back against Grayhound after a couple of scary moments for the T side as well. The execute comes in, Urquhart close, CZ up, no kill for him, Dexter. CZ alone, Sicko. Then they back him up, but suppressed by smokes to the T side, put the extra initial utility down, but go rotating away to the B bomb side. They've taken their time with setting this whole mid face up. I think they'll pump a utility a little bit more to go for another execute back into the B bomb site. Flashes catches all the T-side players in mid off guard. 2 more moving in over to the apartments. Dick Stacy, Deagle's down 1. Close range from Hazza, spots Malta. 4 versus 4. Dick Stacy with a secondary frag. Surely not another Deagle, not going to happen. Hazza turns on for 2 more, and now Dexter and Sicko. Last 2 players left, now all left to Dexter. Backstab coming in for him. 1 versus 3. Molotov taking him low, and Hazza ends up with a 4K. 1 more round for Avant to take, to go to overtime against Grayhound. An AWP for either side. A standard setup from Avant. Hazza goes straight out in against it. Urquhart down towards Dark. It's Sicko with the opening frag. Second flick not quite going to land against it. And now Urquhart over here towards Dark and tries to get a secondary frag. 2 versus 1 versus none versus 4. Quick kills coming for Dexter and co. as Grayhound just hold on to their map victory.